yes, and I'm ready.
Yes.
I've got to start with. I've probably got the least clean time in this whole room, so I've got to put that out there. 5 months and 11 days, and but I looked at it. It said 164 days. Then I had to remember there was a time when I couldn't go an hour without heroin and crack. So, can't be too hard on myself. I've been in recovery for 5 years. There was a time when I did get to 20 months. That was the most I got. But then after that, I relapsed, and it was like a year worth of relapsing, never getting to 30 days. Using very, very high amounts, dangerous amounts, very, very quickly. Before, my using used to be like secretive at home, not with street users, trying to pretend, that I'm normal and all that, but everyone else could see what was going on. I was just hiding it from myself, denial and all that. But I'm trying my best to stick to step 2 if I can. Without it, I probably wouldn't have got this far, because I struggled for a year, like massively, loads of consequences. There was even a point where I was in psychosis and I beat up 7 police officers in February. And then I went into the mental health services. I should have been arrested. I should have lost my job, but I didn't. I've just come off the services. I had to go through therapy. They had to put me, luckily, I begged them not to put me on antipsychotics. So they just put me on antidepressants. Yeah, I still relapsed after that. I carried on using when the police let me go, because nothing came up on the system about me. But yeah, I've got to start saying. Basically, I said no to Raf on Sunday about the share, and I didn't go sleep the whole night. And the reason why I said no was because Friday was my legs day, and after work I was going to go gym and do legs. And then I didn't sleep all night because of the guilt and shame. And at 6 a.m. I messaged Raf saying, I'm doing it. If you haven't got someone else, I'm doing it. It absolutely crippled me, because the reason why I'm sitting here is there's been other people who have done the main shares that have helped me get here. So it's only right that I kind of, give back in some way. And the change, I had to change sponsor. I had a sponsor for 2.5 years. I did the full 12 steps with him. Basically I had to change, because his story wasn't about relapse. He stayed clean, and he couldn't. It got a bit too much for him. I do feel a bit bad. Some of the stuff I used to say to him when I was using, and the consequences, and taking up a lot of his time. He took me through, he did it very vigorously, the step work and stuff. But new sponsor, I've got a sponsorship group. That's step 2 there. If anyone in that group sees a difference, they will let me know. He gave me some 9 suggestions, and one of them was make 2 phone calls a day. And I do 2 to 5, 6 phone calls a day, and that's different from the past. That's every single day, and it's become the norm. First it was very, very uncomfortable, but it's become the norm now. On the train, it beats the anxiety as well, because there's a lot of people. I've been around a lot of people. I get very anxious, my heart starts racing. So I've been on the phone, talking about recovery helps as well. I had the whole list of things. I can't even read them because I've written them so in small writing. But I just wanted to touch on to bit about when I was younger. When I was 4, I had a traumatic incident where I stayed alive, my dad died, and there was no one around for 2 days. My mum had to come and get me. It was in a foreign country, and from that point onwards, I disassociated. I didn't speak for like 2 years. They had to take me out of school. I didn't eat that much, and I'm doing the same thing again. When it comes to step work, I do the step work, but then I act out, and my usual acting out is self-harm. So right now I'm not eating again. Like the last time I ate was yesterday with you. So I'm probably going to do another 24-hour fast. For what reason? There's no reason for it. It's just old behaviours. That's what I used to do when I was younger. And that basically disconnected me from the whole world. Disassociation. I was kept at home, very codependent towards my mum, who was very angry because she had lost her husband. My older brother, who's 14 years older than me, he still hasn't stopped using those same drugs. Lucky to be alive. And she was looking after him, and the anger was kind of, because I used to not say much, that anger my mum used to kind of give it back to me. And I used to act out in school, and I'll get suspended and whatnot. And trying to find that connection has been very hard. It's been very hard, actually. I'm glad with the sponsor I've got now, it's all about connection, because he gives me feedback after each step, and I've done like half of step 6. It's like written, doing writing is one thing, living the steps is another matter, it's all about, mine's all about connection. I just don't connect. I just give off an image like, please don't talk to me, sort of thing. But at least I have the rooms where I can get vulnerable, and I can speak my truth, and I can, lower my tone, and I don't have to walk in a certain way, and or be like how I was with the police or authority figures. At work, I have that mask on because I don't want anyone close to me. I want to stay professional, but that's not the truth. I have trust issues, and I struggle with a lack of boundaries. So I feel like if I let someone in, there's going to be a lot of people pleasing going on, and I might not be able to get out of that situation. And that the year of that relapsing, a lot of that happened. It played out, and I've got awareness around it now, and I have to be very careful who I, connect with. My sponsor basically said, I don't know if I should be saying at this meeting, at a meeting, it's not a nice thing, but he said he's never seen a person with the worst picker before, and he said that about me, because he's been seeing me at meetings for years now, and so there's something in me that kind of gravitates towards someone that might not be good for me. They might be a good person for me, they might not be good for me. They say opposites attract, but like I'm very sort of dismissive, and I disassociate. I run away. I'm an avoidant, and the people that they're probably more codependent, so it's not going to work out anyway. It's just and then a lot of people pleasing comes in, and it keeps you kind of alone as well. Following whatever my sponsor told me to do, the inventories, I've been doing them daily. Whatever basically I'm just taking it on board. I do not want to go back to that same. It just gets worse every time. And like, even getting back to work or gym, it's like, I remember going back to Wanstead after the when I relapsed after having 20 months. Like, I wasn't able to drive. My sister drove, and I was in so much anger. I was punching in the glove compartment. I was in so much anger and rage, and it wasn't her fault. Once you're in recovery, you slowly get that choice, or whether you want to use or not. And before recovery, I didn't know that. I didn't know about that. I thought I was gonna not go past 30, if I'm being honest, and I did go past 30, and then the using got worse. Then I started using with my brother. That became codependent, and it's just I don't really have a lot to say, but I'm just very grateful, because the first 3, 4, 5 months of this round of recovery I had has been much better than at any point I had in the 20 months before. And I was told recovery is not like, it's not linear. And maybe I had to have some things happen to me to wake me up, because I've gone to disassociation. A lot of people in recovery say to me, you're not being yourself, you're not being real, you're not being the authentic version of Yasser, you're just being the NA version. And I basically had to really dig deep to find out who I really am, what my purpose is, and be authentic for the steps to work, if that makes sense. Like, fake it till you make it. Yeah, it worked till I got to step 11. And I became unstuck, basically. And my previous sponsor used to always say, you do everything, but you skip step 2. And when you do that, none of the other step works. And I think what he was trying to say is, nicely, that he wasn't saying that I've got God in my life. He's probably trying to say I'm sponsoring myself, and self-will. I'm just glad I'm clean. I'm like, work is going amazing. Proper routine structures back. I'm able to have courageous conversations now. And things are happening quicker than they were last time, in a very positive way. Just there's more self-care involved as well, not being too hard on myself, accepting who I am, and without you guys, like none of this work. Like, we need each other. It's a powerful thing we have in NA. It's basically I'm basically being reborn, in a way. Whatever I thought, whatever I had in my mind before, was all altered through whatever happened when I was younger, and because I know you speak a lot, I lied to myself a lot, so I fed myself all these lies, and it's trying to come out of that, and come into reality of what, the humility, basically. Because if I'm gonna be hard on myself, I'm gonna end up back there. So this time I actually did my assets. My sponsor wasn't. He basically said, "No, we're not doing step 4 if you haven't got your assets." I was gonna do it again, not do that section like last time. Acknowledge, and I'm very grateful, because what I got out of that was probably the best moment I've had in recovery. He actually got his daughter, his missus, to give me assets. Like even Raf gave it back within, an hour. And I cried for the first time when my nephew sent me my assets in 5 years in recovery. Like I couldn't read the assets. It just made me understand I'm not a bad person. It's just a disease and I need to rescue it. And mainly through connection, otherwise it's not going to work. I'll leave it there, thankfully.
Thank you.